I had always hated the sound of silence in a house that should be full of life. After the divorce, that silence became my constant companion, broken only by the soft patter of Mia's feet on the hardwood floors or the distant hum of the refrigerator. The old Victorian on Maple Street, with its high ceilings and creaking stairs, had once felt like a sanctuary. Now it felt like a cage I'd built myself, walls that held memories I couldn't escape. That Christmas morning started like any other hopeful one, until it didn't. Mia, my 8-year-old daughter, was bouncing in her fuzzy reindeer pajamas, eyes bright as she handed Ethan. Wait, no, this isn't about a boy named Ethan. This is my story. My name is Elena Harper. I'm 41 years old, a freelance web designer who works from a corner desk in what used to be the dining room, and for the last 5 years, the sole full-time mother to my daughter Mia. The hook you just felt, the moment everything shattered, wasn't on Christmas with a gift box. That was someone else's nightmare. Mine unfolded slower, quieter, more insidious. Mine was the long burn of whispers in the walls, notes under pillows, and a daughter slowly being taught to doubt the only parent who never left her. 3 years earlier, the custody battle had been brutal. My ex-husband Mark had money and connections. His family had influence. His mother Vivian sat in the courtroom every day in her tailored suits and pearl earrings, lips pursed as if tasting something sour. His younger sister Carla took the stand with rehearsed tears, painting me as volatile, unreliable, a woman whose anxiety made me unfit to raise a child. They dredged up old medical records, twisted therapy notes from years ago into evidence of instability. "She has episodes," Carla said, voice trembling for effect. "We're just worried for Mia." I fought back with everything I had. Character witnesses from my freelance clients, school reports showing Mia thriving, photos of birthday parties and park days where it was just the two of us laughing in the grass. I stood alone in that courtroom, no parents at my side. Mine had quietly sided with Mark's family, murmuring about family unity and blood being thicker. In the end, I won primary custody. Mark got supervised visitation. A restraining order kept Vivian and Carla at arm's length. Victory tasted like ash, but Mia was safe. That was enough. Or so I thought. The first sign was subtle. Mia's stuffed rabbit, Mr. Flops, vanished from her bed one Tuesday morning. I searched the house top to bottom, under couches, in laundry baskets, even the dryer. Nothing. That evening she squealed from her room. "Mommy, he was hiding under my pillow the whole time." I smiled, ruffled her curls, told myself kids misplace things. Single motherhood makes you question everything, but I refused to let paranoia win. A week later, the first note appeared, tucked under Mia's pillow in blocky letters mimicking a child's handwriting. "Grandma Vivian misses you. Come visit soon." My stomach dropped. Vivian was forbidden unsupervised contact. The order was ironclad. Mia, only 8, couldn't write with that precision. "Sweetie, did you make this?" I asked, keeping my voice light. Mia shook her head, eyes wide. "No, but I do miss her stories." I folded the paper carefully, slipped it into a drawer, checked every lock, every window. Secure. Installed a motion-activated camera in the living room corner. The feed showed nothing unusual, except occasional static flickers around 3 a.m., right when the whispers seemed loudest. My own family offered no support. When I called my mother, the response was weary. "Elena, you always overreacted. Maybe Mark's family is just trying to help." Help. The word burned. They'd never helped during the marriage, never visited after the divorce. Blood ties, apparently, only mattered when convenient. The incidents multiplied slowly, like cracks spreading in plaster. Mia came home from school reciting phrases that weren't hers. "Daddy says you're sad because you don't have a big family like us." Mark's visitation was limited to 2 hours every other Saturday, always supervised. How were these ideas getting in? Mia's drawings shifted too. Once full of bright rainbows and stick-figure families holding hands, they now showed me as a dark silhouette in the corner, while Vivian and Carla beamed in the center, arms around a smiling Mia. "They love me more," she said one afternoon. Matter-of-factly, my throat closed. "I love you the most in the whole world, baby. Always." But the seed of doubt grew. Was I enough? Scraping by on freelance gigs, no support network. Maybe they were right. Maybe Mia deserved more. I began documenting obsessively. A leather-bound journal. Dates, times, descriptions, photos of notes, scans of drawings, audio recordings of the whispers on my phone, though they were too faint to capture clearly. Patterns emerged. The activity always spiked after Mark's visits. The ink on the notes matched the metallic blue Carla used on her annual Christmas cards. I remembered because I'd once complimented it, back when things were civil. Then the camera caught movement. A grainy midnight clip, a figure slipping over the back fence, hoodie up, moving toward the shed. I paused, zoomed, the gait, the hunched shoulders. Carla, no doubt. She vanished inside for 3 minutes, emerged empty-handed, and disappeared into the night. Rage flared, hot and bright, but I swallowed it. Confronting them now would play into their hands. See? Paranoid, aggressive. I needed irrefutable proof. I would let them underestimate me, the unstable woman, alone. No fight left. I upgraded security quietly. New deadbolts, window sensors, a second camera in the attic access. I smiled sweetly at drop-offs, asked innocuous questions about Mia's weekends. Vivian called once, voice syrupy. "We just want what's best for our granddaughter. Maybe ease up on the restrictions?" I laughed softly. "She's happy here. We're good." Inside, I seethed. They were dismantling me piece by piece, emotional sabotage disguised as concern. I stood alone, but I wasn't helpless. The breaking point came on a storm-lashed Tuesday in October. Mia burst through the door, face streaked with tears. "Mommy, the walls talked again." I knelt, wiping her cheeks. What did they say this time? That you're not my real mommy. That I should go live with Daddy and Grandma. They said you're sick in your head. The words landed like punches. I held her close, rocking her, until the sobs eased. That night, after tucking her in with extra stories, I tore the house apart methodically. Flashlight in hand, I pried vents, checked outlets, crawled into the attic crawlspace. There, tucked behind insulation, a small black Bluetooth speaker, battery-powered, wired to a tiny microphone. Another in Mia's room, hidden behind the dresser, sophisticated enough for amateurs, cheap enough to buy online. They'd been broadcasting pre-recorded messages, timed to her bedtime or school days. My hands trembled as I photographed everything. I didn't disable them, instead using skills from years of freelance web design, basic coding, network sniffing. I paired the devices, reversed the audio feed. Now I could listen in real time. The recordings were devastating. Mark's voice, low. "Keep the pressure on. She's cracking. Once Mia starts asking to leave, we file again. Courts favor stability. Blood family." Vivian, sharp. "That woman has no roots, no real support. We'll have Mia back by spring." Carla, laughing. "And the child support, it'll flip. We'll finally get what we're owed." Money, control, revenge. I saved every file, backed them to encrypted drives, cross-referenced with timestamps. I waited. Months of patience. I played the part they expected, increasingly erratic. Forgot a school pickup. Sarah stepped in. Posted vague rants on a private Facebook group about feeling watched. They bit harder. More notes, more whispers, more drawings echoing their poison. Mia withdrew. Stopped hugging me first. Asked why we never saw Grandma. Each question was a knife, but I answered gently. Some people hurt because they're hurting, but real love doesn't trick or scare. It protects. The emergency custody motion came in February. Mark claimed my mental decline endangered Mia. Staged photos of clutter, coached statements, affidavits attesting to instability. I prepared in silence. Found a pro bono attorney through a domestic violence shelter. Compiled my dossier, footage, forensics, ink analysis paid out of pocket, device logs, Authenticated audio. Court day arrived gray and cold. Mark's side entered confident. Vivian in pearls. Carla smirking. I walked in alone, folder under my arm, heart steady. They testified smoothly. Hallucinations, paranoia, need for real family. I took the stand last, voice calm. I was targeted, systematically, not by imagination, by design. I played the audio. The courtroom fell silent as their plotting filled the air. Gasps. The judge's face darkened. These constitute multiple felonies, he said. Electronic harassment, stalking, conspiracy to interfere with custody. Mark went pale. Vivian clutched her necklace. Carla tried to slip out, escorted back. I presented the rest. Photos of devices, break-in footage, note provenance. A calculated campaign to break me and steal my child. The judge asked Mark, motivation? He stammered about Mia's best interest. I met his eyes. You underestimated me, because I stood alone, but being alone made me stronger. I am her mother, not by blood alone, but by every choice, every nightmare I held her through, every sacrifice. You tried to make her doubt that. You failed. Mia was brought in briefly, small, serious. She looked at them, then at me. I want to stay with Mommy. She makes me feel safe. They make me feel confused. The words hung, pure, uncoached. Verdict, custody permanent to me. No contact orders indefinite. Charges Carla, breaking and entering. Harassment, 18 months probation, mandatory therapy. Mark, conspiracy, custodial interference, 9 months incarceration, visitation terminated. Vivian, aiding and abetting, heavy fines, community service. They left in disgrace. Outside, rain fell softly. Mia slipped her hand into mine. Are we really okay now? I knelt, kissed her forehead. We were always okay. We just had to remind everyone. Spring has come. The house felt lighter. No whispers, only birds and laughter. I started therapy, my choice, my pace. Framed Mia's latest drawing, just us under a wide sun, captioned My Real Family. Scars remained, but they faded. Sarah became a chosen family. New routines, built new memories. When Vivian's pleading letter arrived months later, I read it once, then fed it to the fireplace, watched the apologies burn. No more walls to whisper through, only open space, vigilance, and love, quiet, fierce, unbreakable. Mia chooses me every morning with a sleepy hug, and that choice is the sweetest victory. Not loud revenge, but enduring truth. The underestimated woman stood alone and won everything that mattered.